Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Today I want to talk about irrationality in markets. Of course, we all know markets are irrational, but when some knee jerk reaction happens and stocks behave irrationally, it's an extraordinary chance for you to scoop up some stock. Why? What is the trigger for this topic? Because I have a habit of browsing through CNN. And then CNN gave me this story, so I thought I should share it with you. I am not a bus owner of Alibaba, nor do I own or track its stocks. The owner of Alibaba is named Jack Ma. It was reported that several months ago he was informally detained by the Chinese authorities for over Alipay and his finance wing and financials. And after that, he was released. But he has always kept a low key after that. So, the people across the world who have invested in Alibaba are always on tenterhooks, especially Moshio San, who runs SoftBank, whose entire fortune is based on a large stake in Alibaba. So, whenever something comes up, then the stock catches cold and prices falls. Now, this is what happened on Tuesday this week. The Chinese state media reported they had arrested somebody called Ma. That is, the Chinese authorities arrested somebody called Ma for fraud and other activities. Immediately in Hong Kong, the Alibaba stock dropped by 4.1% without even verifying who is Ma. Actually, what had happened was it really Jack Ma? The really reason is the man called Ma was arrested in Hangzhou, which is the place from where Alibaba is developed and became a global company. So the market quickly sensed there's a guy called Ma. He's arrested in his city for Hangzhou for some white collar crime. Immediately, the market connected it with Alibaba and Jack Ma, and immediately 4.5% was wiped out of the market. Normally, 4.5% in a small company won't make a big difference. But unfortunately for investors, this happened to be Alibaba, and $26 billion got wiped out in no time. Imagine Oshi San, somebody who is using the Alibaba stock as collateral to borrow more money to make wild guesses and investments in companies like Voyo, which have no future whatsoever. Anyway, the market recovered after it was known that this Ma had nothing to do with Jack Ma and this Ma had nothing to do with Alibaba. But these kind of wild swings give you a huge chance to invest and buy quality stocks. One of the best examples happened last year, which I even passed it on to you through my sister YouTube channel, was an Infosys. The Infosys CEO Salal Parekh was accused by some insiders of being acting in a manner which was not ethical. They accused him not telling the true information about Infosys. They accused him of using Infosys money to fly his family in business class. The people had already shorted Infosys before giving out this news. And as the US Infosys stock plummeted, they made a lot of money. Nandan Nilekani ordered an inquiry. SEBI got into the act. There was a big hullabulla, and because SEBI got into the act, people believed that there must be some fire within that was causing the smoke, because without fire there can be no smoke. Actually, what happened was that sadly there was nothing, no truth to his allegations. There was an inquiry, and after the inquiry, Salil Parekh was cleared. In fact, the Infosys stock was pummeled after that, and it came down to 650 rupees. Those who bought it at 650 rupees would have made three times the money plus 2 years of dividend at the very top, though the market has corrected some time after that. But I don't think Infosys is going to go to 650 rupees in a hurry. These are one time brilliant chances where somebody makes money. The other thing I remember is the attack on Bombay when it happened and Taj was attacked by terrorists. The price of the holding company, Indian Hotels, plummeted to nearly 35 bucks. The logic being that terrorists would shut down this hotel and the hotel will run out of business. Nothing is more stupid than that assumption because Taj has hundreds of hotels across locations both in India and across the globe, and loss of one hotel to a terrorist attack wouldn't have meant anything to it. The reason why the stock collapsed was because it was their first hotel started by their venerable founder J.N. Tata. But even if that may true, the Tatas had enough money to pump in and to rebuild that hotel from scratch and run it all over again. But markets being markets, there was no rationality and the stock was pummeled and it went to 35 rupees. The stock since recovered when it was at its hundreds. There was a rights issue at 70 and today the stock is trading at 256 rupees. This is insane because what happened on that day gave a great opportunity for people to buy Indian hotels at a very cheap price, and you would have made near more than 7 times that money in 10 years. This is a spectacular return. The market being irrational gives you an opportunity when such events occur and people think that the company is going to shut down because of that event. These fears are irrational, unjustified, and unfounded in most cases. However, such volatility gives people like you and me a great opportunity to buy. A similar case point being last year when the entire press went round town saying Buffett had lost his touch and people should not buy Berkshire Class B or Class A. But now what has happened? The Class A and Class B shares in a declining market have climbed 8%, while the Nasdaq has corrected 22% and the Dow 13%. If you had invested in a Class B share of Berkshire Hathaway around January, you would be up 24% vis-a-vis the market. This is how a market, when it behaves irrationally, behaves. Such irrational behavior in individual stocks gives investors like you and me to buy a good stock very cheap. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, hit the like button and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will be not notified every time we put a video. If you like the content, kindly consider sharing with your friends and relatives. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support.